your strategy worked. I genuinely have like such a dislike for you because your strategy worked, and you know I hate getting proved wrong. It is.
I mean, look, when it comes to girls, what has happened every time you've listened to me?
Shut up.
Boys, I'm absolutely sick of hearing all these stories of, oh, I got ghosted, oh, I got played, or anything like that. It's all pure bull. That's all it is. And I'm sorry if that's not what you want to hear, but actually, just wait a second. If a girl makes her intentions clear, like let's say a girl's like, yeah, I want a relationship, but then as they're talking, she suddenly changes her mind. Is that really because she changed her mind, or is it because she lost interest in the guy?
As far as girls go, like if my friends would do that, it's because they lost interest.
Probably the guy did something that made her lose interest.
Repeat it again. Repeat the question.
This is a note for guys, don't go for blondes. Anyway, I'm kidding. Blondes are my type. It's fine. I'm gonna re-ask it. Listen carefully.
Okay. Okay, when a girl usually says that, to me, it's like they're not interested in the guy anymore.
So honestly, like, I mean, I think both can happen, but most of the time I'm pretty sure she just, like, changed her, like, she just, like, doesn't, you know, feel like she wants to do that with him anymore type of thing.
And there you go. So the truth is that what happened is because of something you did. It's something that you did that made her lose interest. And today I'm going to teach you how to fix that. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to become alpha. Before I actually get into the specifics, I want you to comment, what do you think an alpha male is? Give me your characteristics. What do you think? Here, I'm going to give you a timer. 5 seconds. Go comment right now. Okay, now notice how most of you guys wrote the word confident and then didn't know where to go from there. You don't even know what an alpha male is. How do you want to be portrayed as one? How do you want a girl to look at you and be like, damn, I want to be with him, if you don't even know what you're supposed to be acting like? So here we go. First, I'm going to explain what exactly is an alpha male. So an alpha male is a lot of things, okay? It's more than just confidence. Somebody that's well-groomed, somebody that has a sense of humor, somebody that is able to socialize and interact really well, somebody that is able to portray themselves really well, somebody that is confident, right? So you want to have all these characteristics into your personality. And how are you going to do that? We're going to go over that in this video. So let's get right into the advice. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna run through a little exercise, right? I want you to close your eyes and imagine that you're about to go into a party. Now, there's only 2 ways that people normally do this. Either you walk into the party standing tall, smiling, and you're ready to socialize and ready to interact the second you walk in. Or you go into the party super nervous, asking, do I know anybody at this party? What am I gonna do when I get there? Or how is it like? What's the vibe? I don't know. You're gonna start asking yourself all these questions. You're gonna be paranoid. You're gonna walk in, hands in your pockets, and you're kind of just gonna look super timid and look around, and you're awkward. And no girl's gonna be like, oh, I wanna go for that guy. It just doesn't happen. Yeah, like there's some girls that are gonna be nice, and they're gonna tell you, hey, you know what? I found it cute that you were shy. But at the end of the day, that's not what they want. They want somebody that's gonna make them feel like they own the world. So I'm gonna say that again carefully because you guys have to capture this moment, right? You need to walk into any building, any place, any scenario, standing tall, smiling. Your smile is probably the most important part. So literally, go perfect your smile, all right? I'm gonna make a video on how to have a whiter smile. That's something that makes you self-conscious. But in the meantime, just focus on smiling, standing tall, walking in ready to socialize. Interact with as many people as you can. In fact, all the girls I talked to, I met at parties. Where did I meet you?
You met me at birthday party.
Oh, at a house party.
And hey, we developed some nice friendships and relationships from it. So, I mean, socialize. And for the love of God, don't put your hands in your pockets. It's never good. It's an automatic indicator that, hey, I'm not confident enough to walk around like I own the place. All right, now that that's said, number 2, hygiene and grooming. This is super important. You don't want to walk in looking like an absolute mess while smelling like you just ran a marathon. I mean, telling you from personal experience, when somebody walks in smelling really bad, the whole party is kind of just like, yo, let's avoid that person. Oh, they're on this floor, let's go downstairs, or whatever it may be. So yeah, be sure you shower, be sure you put on deodorant, put on some cologne, get ready, and groom yourself, right? You want to make sure your hair looks on point. You want to make sure if you have facial hair that it's groomed properly. Overall, just take care of yourself. That's a point that every girl notices, and literally here's some more proof. Does hygiene and grooming make a huge difference?
Yes, huge difference, yes.
Okay, like what are we talking about? Like a jungle or like...
Like, let's say a guy walks into a party smelling like he just ran a marathon.
Oh yeah, for me it matters. Yeah, I have to say, it really does matter to me. Like, if a guy smells really good, it's gonna attract me like the first thing.
But yeah, so literally make yourself a checklist before you go out. Like, okay, I did this, this, this. Even groom down there, because you never know when you're gonna get lucky. And if you follow my channel, then that's gonna be pretty often. So take care of yourself, and yeah. Tip number 3, being able to connect with people, right? Now, this is super important, and people are gonna say, oh, but I'm an introvert, oh, I'm shy, or oh, whatever it may be. And look, you know what? That's all just you telling yourself that, hey, at the end of the day, I let all the excuses in my head, all the overthinking, and all the possible scenarios stop me from going up to the people that I want to talk to and really being myself. Because even introverts, once you get to know them, you really see how they act, and I love them. Like, they're just so much fun. So what you have to do is really stop overthinking and walk into the party, count to 3, and just go. Start right away. Just 1, 2, 3, hi. 1, 2, 3, how are you doing? Like, automatically. It should be second nature. It's literally called the 3-second rule, and it's really popular, but a lot of people just forget to use it. Like, literally just count to 3 and do whatever it may be. This can be used at any time. Let's say you wake up in the morning and you're too tired to get out of bed. 1, 2, 3, out. You have to use this skill for life, right? This rule is gonna absolutely change your life in everything it may be. Give yourself less than 3 seconds to start taking action. That is what an alpha male is. Number 4, being the social center. Now, this is a little bit different from actually socializing. This is something that makes people attracted to you and interested in you specifically. So what you have to do for this is develop some hobbies, develop some skills, go out, adventure, do something cool, do something different, go skydiving, go ziplining, do something that is just not ordinary, right? And if you're telling this story to people like, hey, yeah, this one time I went ziplining, and the zip line, you have to run off the ledge instead of like the normal zip line path, and you keep running as you're in the air gliding. And this is actually a true story. Like, I actually did do a zip line exactly like that. So when people want to be in that moment, when some people are too scared to go ziplining, so if they're listening to your story and you're providing detail, they can imagine how it feels to go ziplining, even though they personally feel like they're too scared, which is going to make them have more interest in you because you're able to do something that they can't, and they're going to admire that. So you want to become the social center. You want to be interesting. So develop yourself to the point where you could actually be interesting. Finally, be a gentleman. Now, this is something that gets confused a lot, especially by men. We all hear that girls like bad boys, and well, don't be a good boy because good boys finish last, or whatever all the expressions are. But here's what people don't talk about. You have to be a gentleman, right? You want to walk into a room looking like an absolute badass, right? But at the same time, that doesn't mean that you can't be respectful. If you're an absolute badass, people know not to mess with you, but yet you take interest and you listen to people, a lot of girls are actually going to appreciate that a lot more than people that are just absolute. And I mean, if you're somebody that thinks that you have to be reckless and have to be a mistreat people to get girls, I mean, that's just gonna make it easier for me to take your girl. But if you don't want that to happen, then start being a gentleman. Start actually thinking like one. The little things count. So let's say you're walking with a girl and you're on the sidewalk, walk closer to the traffic. That's a gentleman code, right? If you're going somewhere, open the door for her. Little things like that, girls are gonna pay attention to. And I'm not saying be a little simp, but I am saying that you have to learn how to treat the person right. You have to learn how to take interest, but also remain somebody that's genuinely cool. I mean, the only way you could look as a good boy is if everything you do is solely for her. But if you're like, oh, I'm running my business, can't talk right now, or oh, I'm doing this and I'm busy and blah, 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 that's good for you, right? You need to focus on yourself. But there's a difference between you doing everything you can for her and simply treating her well, right? So you have to realize that balance. You have to realize what needs to be done for yourself and what needs to be done for her. And that is gonna help you get into a relationship. With all that being said, gentlemen, I think you know exactly what it takes to become an absolute badass, to become an alpha male. And honestly, I think you could even get it done before quarantine ends. So you know what you should do right now? Go check out my other self-development videos, learn how to level up your life and take your life to a whole new level. Drop a like, subscribe if you're new, obviously, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.